Big enclosed tractor trailers. What are they hauling? A load of furniture?
Mainly the snacks.
That's a race car.
The snacks in the coolers.
Yeah, okay. All right. Group B begins. That was Kevin Hinkle's car. Wayne Peterson is the car owner, and that was Kevin Hinkle's Toyota in the ARCA series, which raced here earlier. Here's Ty Dillon. 11 starts at Kansas. Best finish of 14th in 2017. Got caught up in somebody else's wreck very early in last week's race at Dover. Was an early out. And Ty Dillon, 30.92. Regan?
Like it was a good top 5 last week for Ryan Blaney, and now another good qualifying run, 3rd quickest in the first group. What more do you need out of that 12 car for the second round?
Yeah, I think our Mullen Menard's Ford Mustang is pretty decent. I felt okay in practice, a little bit tight. I was a little bit that way in qualifying, so hopefully we make a little adjustment. Nice to make it to the second round. Qualifying here is so crazy. I mean, you're as much as you can get on the fence. It's a big commitment lap, but it's a good thing our car had some decent grip in it, and like I said, hopefully we can improve our time a little bit for the second round.
Thanks, Ryan.
Brennan Poole on track. He got tangled up last week with Ross Chastain and was an early exit to the race. He is in the Rick Ware 15 this week, 31.47. And this is Austin Dillon, top 10 in 2 of the last 4 Kansas races.
I like
pretty impressive.
Yeah. Go ahead, Boyer.
Yeah, just, you know, having that kind of history at a racetrack just takes, you know, racing's about confidence. And Austin needs some good runs here, and has to be a good feeling coming back to a really good racetrack for him.
He is going to go and work out with the Savannah Bananas tonight over across the street. That's the minor league baseball team that plays kind of like the Harlem Globetrotters.
He's not the only one.
And you're going to go?
Darn right I'm going.
Well,
I'm kind of jealous, so he's throwing out the first pitch. I think, you know, they do that blindfolded.
Maybe we'll all go. Hey, 30.44. Nice lap for Austin Dillon.
Well, by the way, that's the fastest lap we've had in qualifying.
Yes. Eric Almirola finished 6th here in the summer of 2020. His best finish at Kansas.
I think I just saw that car bottom out a little bit. A rub block or a shock topped out right through 1 and 2. And of course you want to get the car as low as you can, keep the drag down. But one thing I want to go back to right before you're talking about Austin Dillon was Ryan Blaney's comment on how difficult this 1.5 miles is to qualify, because you're thinking you can hold it wide open, but you can't. And as soon as you lift, you're like, oh, the team's got all this data to show you that this is where you lost all your speed. It is a tough place to balance out that perfect pull.
But if you do leave it down and overdrive it and overslip those tires at least a little bit, like Bubba Wallace did, like we saw Chase Elliott do, your lap is junk too. Yep. So it's just such a fine line, razor's edge between success and none.
Harrison Burton and the Wood brothers are going to honor one of his dad's famous paint schemes next week at Darlington. Throwback weekend at Darlington Raceway in South Carolina coming up next week.
It's going to be the yellow Vibrant one?
I don't think so. I think it's going to be the X-Side,
right?
Yeah. X-Side 99 paint scheme. 3rd for Burton. And now bumping begins. Justin Haley finished 19th here last fall.
I had Blaney in my head still. That was my bad.
Oh, yeah.
Total fumble.
Blaney's going to honor his dad with his graphic scheme.
That's what I was talking about. But yeah, the X-Side stuff, I used to run a little bit of that with the trucks, and Jeff Burton was the man. See what Haley's got here through 3 and 4. Oh, he's got
trying to get to the
throttle city going on.
That's that waiting on those tires. Trying to get back to the gas, not really ready yet. Is that feel? What? Wait. Okay, go.
Yeah, that was a tough lap there. They're not going to be happy with that.
So Haley is 5th for the moment. Here's Ryan Preece. 6 Kansas starts in the Cup Series. Best finish of 12th.
Just needs a solid weekend. Seems like the speed's been there, not very consistent, but has shown that light, has shown the potential, has to seal the deal, has to finish it off.
Yeah, ran a little conservative of a line.
Back the corner up. got back to the gas and did. Look at this. Look at the difference that it made over Justin Haley. Justin Haley drove way past him getting into the corner. I'm talking about that ghost car. He lifted, a little bit of discipline there, got back to the gas and drove by him, ended up putting 3 or 4 car lengths on him.
So Priest moves on to the bubble. Here's Kyle Larson. He's finished top 10 in half of his Kansas starts.
We're about ready to see what the track's got for speed.
Love his 1.5 miles.
That Austin Dillon lap was pretty sporty.
It was. I didn't think, wow, that 44 is strong.
This one is too. Really, really strong.
Gave himself a little bit of room to wash up.
You're going to like this one.
I was telling you.
Better get to talking, Mike.
Top of the board, 30-26 for Kyle Larson.
With a 26. Good job.
Cliff Daniels.
His own throttle time compared to Austin Dillon, it was really no comparison. How much more he was on the throttle.
So that puts Ty Dillon on the bubble. Here's Austin Cindric making his 3rd Kansas start. He finished 11th here last summer. Cindric did a nice job joining Jamie Little and Phil Parsons in the booth to call the ARCA race earlier today.
Not a bad lap. Might have a chance at breaking on through to get to the final round.
He does. 3rd with a 30-50.
Yeah, I like that. He was fast in practice too.
It looks like all 5 of the drivers who transfer from Group B have a good chance of being, all of them, faster than anybody that qualified in Group A.
Yeah, I mean, there is a little bit of shade starting up against the fence getting into 1, but you know, as soon as you started going down that path, I'm looking out, I'm thinking, man, is the track under cloud cover? Where's the speed coming from? And it's not. It's pretty much still sun all the way around. I mean, on the front stretch, you can see a little shade there, but you see right here, a little bit on that outside right side tires getting in, but it goes away where everybody's struggling off of 2. And then the biggest corner, oh, he had a big lift there. Couldn't quite complete that corner, just like he talked about in practice. See LaJoie running him back down.
Kyle Busch with 2 Kansas wins. Trying to make it into the Fast 5 here.
That's the important part.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to survive, even though you were off a little bit or had to check up. But
that's going to be really tight there.
That's going to be tough to overcome with so many quality cars left.
Yeah, he is 4th with 7 cars to go, including Ty Gibbs, making his 2nd start at Kansas. He filled in for Kurt here last September.
And he learned a lot. Now let's see what you got.
That's pretty committed right there. A lot of green and a lot of throttle down. Didn't have to come out of that gas like Kyle Busch. A lot of momentum here. Don't overdrive 3.
Here's 3. Let's see.
Big lift.
It was a big
going
lift
back the other way. I think he's still going to be good.
But he smashed the gas hard. Like, he didn't hesitate whatsoever to go back to it.
You could almost hear the tires starting to screech.
2nd for Ty Gibbs. That will bump Eric Almirola and put Kyle Busch on the bubble for Kevin Harvick, who has 3 Kansas wins and top 5s in 3 of the last 5 races here.
There's another SHR car I think I just saw bottom out. Rubbing some back there just a little bit. It could be just the diffuser and you lose a little bit of that material.
See the difference in him and Kyle Busch? You see him all of a sudden just floor it down the straightaway. That's where Kyle had to lift. Kyle got back and saved a lot off of 4. We'll see if he can come back. That's going to cost him.
Yeah, Kyle lost a bunch on that, and Harvick is going to be close.
That put Kyle Busch out. Harvick in.
4th for Harvick, puts Cindric on the bubble. And now we come down to the final 5 based on the scoring metric. Chris Buescher for RFK Racing. 1 top 10 at Kansas in the last 10 races. He finished 6th here back in 2017.
Run a little bit lower through the corner, splitting the seam there through 1 and 2. Lost a little bit of momentum on the exit.
Looking for his 3rd top 10 finish in a row this season.
Let's going to be a lap that's all right, but that's not going to transfer with the bullets that are now hitting the track.
Well, he is 5th, and we are now guaranteed that all of the Group B drivers who transfer are faster than all of the Group A drivers.
I like your math. I like your math.
Tyler Reddick, 2 top 10s and 7 Kansas Cup starts. Started front row both races here last year.
This boy will be committed.
Needs to beat a 30.47.
He's committed, but it looked like he ran out of track. It didn't track as nice and as smooth as Larson's.
Don't overdrive it here. Patience, a little bit of discipline. Car pointed well, got back to the throttle, driving away from Buescher.
So Larson is locked in to the final round, and now so is Reddick. He puts himself in with the fastest lap so far.
He carved it off turn 4.
Yeah, he did.
He carved it off 4.
That puts Harvick on the bubble for Christopher Bell, who finished top 10 in his last 3 Kansas races, including 3rd last fall.
I liked how that car rotated. That pivotal moment we've been talking about in 3, where cars have been getting tight, knocking the wall down. That car was rotated, and he went right back to the fuel and answered that call.
This kid here always impressed me when we were somewhat teammates with 2311 and with JGR. His qualifying prowess and his ability to get everything out of a car, he would always step up.
Well, he's going to get it all this time. No, he fell off at the end, and 30.45 puts him on the bubble.
Ooh.
Couldn't stay with the fuel down in 3 and 4.
Yeah, still got 2 to go here.
So that locks Ty Gibbs into the final round. Here's Denny Hamlin, top 5 in 5 of the last 7 races here, including 2 wins.
And this car flat out had the most swagger in practice.
In every category. 30.45 is the time to beat Christopher Bell, and Hamlin's got work to do at this end of the track.
This will tell you what happened to Bell, maybe. Keep your eye on the Ghost car as well. Just couldn't stay to the throttle. Denny's doing a little bit better job. He's going to barely beat him out.
Hamlin is 4th with a 43, 1.5 hundredths better than Bell. So Bell is out. Austin Dillon is on the bubble. Hamlin is locked in, and it's Ross Chastain, who finished top 10 in the last 2 Kansas races, 7th both times.
Isn't that awesome? Where he just threw that one little quick burp of the throttle and it's just wham.
Well, that burp of the throttle gave him some point. Made that car turn and rotate back down the hill, and he got to the throttle hard. Slipped up a little bit there, but back to the fuel and staying with it off of 4.
I think he was on the edge.
He's going to be in this thing, knocking Austin Dillon out.
He was on the edge up there. Did everything.
Top of the chart for Chastain.
I hear you, Austin. Good
Austin
lap,
Dillon
though.
just misses, and we'll end up in row 6 for tomorrow's race.
There wasn't much room between the right rear fender and that wall up there for Chastain. He used every ounce of the track.
Committed.
So there are the